Welcome back to the Hopium Den. Let's get high. Picking up where we left off here with our Outpost phase. It's troubling. Crane says, troubling. You find the Quattro in his quarters, sulking behind a newly made desk, cobbled together from scraps of wood and the legs of his bed. He's poring over your work at the cipher, but it doesn't seem to be the breakthrough he was hoping for. You sorted their letters, Crane says. I much appreciate it, but your solution just leads to more problems. It seems the author of this tome has taken steps to shroud their work in a deeper level of, wow, obfuscation? I can't say I've ever heard that one before. Kudos to Frosthaven, man. They're always throwing in some very obscure words. Most of the time I at least recognize them, but that's a first there. Crane stabs his quill into his ink pot and slouches back into his chair. It's not complicated by any means, just time intensive, he says. I've got the title at least. Project Source by Mistress Torfi Logren. It appears to be a research journal. These Quattro researchers were investigating some phenomena in the north. I can't say what they were looking for, but this section here, he holds up the tome, open to a page with very small, very crude maps surrounded by text. This tells of an experiment at the largest of a series of spires. They were apparently built not too far from here, but the experiment, I don't know. All I have is this. Crane hands you a small scrap of paper that shows a diagram of sorts. I'm not sure you won't have any trouble working out what it means. But if you can find this large spire and get to the bottom of it.
The favored punishment for White Oak guards is to send their laziest for a year-long rotation at Frosthaven. The harsh environment quickly reinforces survival instincts, and the lesson lasts a lifetime. It's a good system. Frosthaven gets highly trained, capable guards, and the capital gets battle-hardened soldiers when they return. If they return. The numbers haven't been great lately. On slim occasion, the guards' ranks are supplemented through a different path. Not just punishment from the capital or mercenaries earning some quick gold, but a Frosthaven-raised teen now old enough to join in the thick of winter. This young man, Lance, is beaming from ear to ear as Sather inducts him into the guard. His mother looks on proudly from the assembled audience. There is an uneasiness in knowing his likely fate come the next attack, but in this moment, you can't help but feel happiness for him.
Heck yeah, we're going to help out our boy Lance.
Clearly has a big heart, but the rest of him is pretty scrawny. Looking over Lance's standard issue equipment, you can see it fits about as well as a Red Guard's armor would fit a Vermling. You call him over, put a few coins in his hand, and tell him to get his gear resized.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir.
He salutes you clumsily and marches off. The slightest smile creeps across your face.
Alright, we will just lose it all on Gem. Or, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Alright, since Gem didn't lose it, let's buy our resources here. And then we are still stuck. I don't think there is anything else for me to upgrade until I get that prosperity up. Which we are getting close. Let's see here. Ooh, we need 27 from cards, so probably 2 more missions. Let's pick our level 6 card. Alright, so Barricade is interesting. The Bolstering Shot is finally a better top heal. The Move and Pull 2 is pretty nice to set up our other AoEs. That's not bad. So if I took Barricade, what would I be cutting? If I took Barricade, that would give me another way to wound multiple enemies. So I would probably be cutting... Attack-wise, that would replace my 32 initiative, target 1 with a 3 attack and wound. The problem is I like that 32 card for the bottom. By taking Barricade over that, I'd be down to really only the Bolstering Blow bottom to reposition teammates. And I really like Bolstering Blow for the top. So as good as that is, I don't know that it's significantly better than using the other one for a bottom action. Combined effort's what I'm talking about. My worst card is probably the Deflecting Maneuver. Pretty much only use that on tanking turns. I mean, I could just 1-for-1 replace regroup with a better heal. Especially because that would give then Javelin a way to consume the wind and heal 2. And the pull would really help facilitate other AoEs. I'm kind of thinking bolstering shot gives me a lot more utility to set up, you know, because like if I do the bottom and pull people, that works into explosive epicenter. It works into a lot of these. The only thing I didn't consider yet is initiative. Initiative-wise, I do kind of like the early initiative if I'm taking out deflecting. I just think this card is such a good support card in setting up my other cards. Tough choice. I mean, I really don't need Tip of the Spear other than the movement, but I'd have another move 3 late with the 1 card. And I could take out Regroup, but I can't take them both, so it doesn't matter. Well, we're getting pretty close to retire. I'm just going to stick with all the damage. Probably not the right build long term, but not unbreakable. Where is it? Barricade. There it is. All right. Anything else I need to do here? Not particularly. All right. Let's take our perk. I think the self-heal just usually feels pretty good. The subdue card, also a free disarm would help here and there. You never know when you're going to hit it, but those are both solid. Items-wise, we're kind of chilling. I wanted to check Gems Mastery. We did hit 2. Okay, so everyone's getting close. Let's go. Glancing is not that effective on Gem. Holy cow, this is hard to even interpret. So during your turn, perform, consume. What is that first icon even? Because it's not the normal dark icon. But it's something comma an element. I think it is dark in an element. I think it's just a goofy look. Like it says it down below too. Dark element and then it's burned. So it's pretty much a way to go invisible, but I'm probably never going to set that up with this team. I'm going to take the attractive bracelet. See about a pull. Dead Raven, is that worth bringing? Muddle and Curse to 1 attack? Probably not. I like the heals there. Alright, I think we're kind of chilling with what we got. Cards-wise, we're going to go do Raven's Roost, and the big thing in the first room of Raven's Roost is you have to do damage every single turn to the people to take the tokens off so they don't turn into Shrikes, because 4 Shrikes in a room is very intimidating. Now, between Banner and Gem, I do have enough multi-attacks. I think I could do decent. Like, for example, I could do a drag down turn into range, back up, hit it with a Scarab Flight. Like, there's potential to keep doing attacks. If I do my Scarab Flight turn, I could use this bottom to potentially hit a 3rd guy. That way Drifter just has to hit 1 that turn. So that is one option to handle this scenario. You know, Banner would be really useful if things walk up and I could Explosive Epicenter 3. I do think I have enough AoE with the characters I have to pull this off. I think the other way I could do it would just be to do a Gem Bomb. That's what I'm going to call it. So I use Banner to move Gem up as early as Banner can. I'd probably want to be at like... Well, I could do it late. No, I need to do it early so the wound triggers the first turn so they all take damage. So I would need to do this play early. But I go at an early initiative, I use Banner to give Gem movement, I pop this bomb, and then maybe get some poison on them, just for future damage. That would allow the wound to trickle every single turn and then to take damage. But because of our new card with potentially wounding 3 to 4, I think I'm just going to go late and hope they move up a little. And then I can move up, hit them all. I'll have to reread the exact rules. If they're taking damage before they go to get the token off, or just taking damage that round is going to be the big wording. So we're kind of prepped for the first room. Second room, we will leave a bit of a mystery. Finally starting on Drifter's Retirement. Here we go. Raven's Roost. All right. See you at the road event.